different analysis. And of course, tonight is going to be a very, very special one. So I encourage you to go ahead and invite as many people as possible. I am your host, Rama Chizito, and to do that with me tonight is a very long set of guests. It is going to be some exciting session, and like every single time, we encourage you to go down to YouTube. Before we do anything, just subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification button if you haven't done that. So welcome everyone. And yes, we are so blessed. I am so blessed to always do this every single Friday without missing any. We guarantee consistency every single time we are here, and we chose to do a live fellowship with you guys every single Friday, 8 p.m. East African time. So it is excellent to be here with you, and yes, it is awesome to always be here with very many participants from all walks of life with just one common goal: bettering ourselves into the new technology, into the different developments. And yes, we are here, and in just under 30 seconds, let me have Mr. Andrew, who we have on Zoom, say hello to our audience, and we'll kickstart the conversation for tonight. Andrew, do we have you on? Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Rama. Good evening, the staff, Maestro Plus Labs. I want to first thank you for the consistency you have delivered to the public as we promised. I want to thank every student we have come with up to this level. And I want to thank also the founder and the co-founder of this vision. That this is very good. My name is Andrew. I'm a tutor at Maestro Plus Labs. And I'm the coordinator Eastern Central Africa. I'm happy to be here with you guys. Thank you very much.
You are welcome, and yes, we are glad our dear students. So yes, over the next 1 hour or so, we'll be digging deep into the new technology of Web3. We'll have a short Q&A on our YouTube. You'll be able to ask the different questions that you have, and of course bring you up to speed with what's happening in the market. And yes, we normally do that with the big man, Frank Kanale, who is with me in studio tonight. Good evening, Frank.
Good evening to you, Mr. Rama, and good evening to everyone who is watching us. So we're going to dissect the market with you guys and know what's going to happen in the next few weeks, hours, everything.
All right, great. That is Mr. Frank for you. And if you've been following all his analysis, we've always been 99, sometimes 100%. It's been the most recent one. The most recent one was when you predicted the fall, or you analyze. I think that's the best word to use. Analyze the fall of Bitcoin, and of course the very many developments in the Web3 technology space. But maybe if you could bring us up to speed with what has happened over the recent weeks. And yes, we saw the first ETF approved in Europe, and the ones in the USA, BlackRock, and the different asset management companies as well, just are waiting for approval.
Yeah. So to me, ETFs right now, they are not going to do that much of a ride. The only ETF that is going to give us some impact is going to be the one on BlackRock. So the moment that one will be approved, that's when we are going to start seeing a run. And I always tell you guys that these things normally happen in line with price action. The moment price action will be telling us that it is time to buy, that's the time we will see the BlackRock ETF being approved. Okay, this is the concept that few people will tell you about, that it's a price action that speaks the news, but I'm 100% sure the day we will come and analyze the markets and we say it's time to buy, it will be a few days to pass by and we'll see the BlackRock ETF approved. So it will just happen like magic and you see that one approved. So with that, that's my view on the...
Well, we've had quite quite a discussion about ETFs.
Yeah.
For our new audience that doesn't understand what ETFs are, these are exchange traded ETFs. Exchange traded what? Exchange traded funds. So what happens is any big company that has the capacity would register for one, and if approved, people will have an advantage of being able to trade different currencies without owning them.
Owning them.
Say, for example, like Bitcoin, someone trading Bitcoin without necessarily having Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah.
But of course, we are seeing an accumulation stage. I want to believe we are still in the accumulation stage.
True that.
But what's happening is we are having lots of money off exchanges right now. Some are ridiculous figures. There's a wallet that people tracked that has accumulated about $3 billion US dollars in under 4 months. What do you think this is happening now, and what's the impact on the market?
Okay, there is what we call smart money. Smart money in the market, they only accumulate during very short periods. So this is the right time for any smart person to be accumulating. Actually, what they are doing, they are doing what we do call a dollar cost average. Now that they are actually accumulating in that way, even if it falls down, the more you will see that same wallet keeping accumulating. For them, they do not care. They know that all in all it has to go back. Because remember, the future is just bright, the halving, the ETF being approved. All this will just cause the explosion to the upside. So they are 100% sure.
Yeah, but one would think, since most of money is now being pulled, I think cold wallets, we would be seeing Bitcoin dumping the more right now. But I think when we went to 26,000, it is taking quite some time. And the wallets actually, is it called liquidating?
Okay, what they are doing right now is what we do call the liquidity pools. They are creating a liquidity pool whereby we are having buyers and sellers on the top. There, it will happen that either we do get a liquidity grab to the downside and then to the upside, or we'll get a liquidity grab to the upside and then to the downside. So the reverse is true. Anyway, they are just doing the right thing for the market right now.
Yeah, but of course, you are one of those people who predicted Bitcoin to come down to 26,000. And recently also predicted a more dump to, I think, what price, if I may...
if you may ask. Now, my price for BTC was that if someone can buy more BTC at around 21,000, that will be a better price. Actually, it's an average where me myself, I'm willing to put in some more money into BTC. That's my prediction.
Thank you very much. That is Frank Kanari, who is our senior analyst at Microplus Labs. But of course, I want you to put us up to speed with where the classes are right now.
Yeah.
I'm told you are the tutor in the previous, I think, 2 classes.
Yeah.
And we are speaking exchanges right now.
True that.
Yeah, just tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so far we have actually started looking at Binance. Soon we are going to be doing Polynex. We are doing more exchanges, and we have actually also started how to use TradingView and our tools. And remember, with Binance we can integrate TradingView into Binance. So we are actually tackling one by one so that our students just keep on flowing with what we are trying to deliver to them.
Yeah, in terms of levels of our students, where do you see them right now? Are they able to teach what they've been learning?
Of course. Right now, a serious student should be able to teach what they have learning, because see, these students have now learned how to use Harmonix. They have learned how to use the charts, like the TradingView and so on the platforms. They have learned how to use the indicators. So with those 3 things, you're able to actually to predict the market itself. Now they can do some small trading. However much it's not a financial advice, they should just do according to what they can afford to lose.
Well, thank you. And of course, news that is just coming in right now. JP Morgan says the recent sell-off in Bitcoin and crypto is likely near an end. They are analyzing that maybe the accumulation stage is really coming to an end. What does that signify for the market? And for me as an investor in the market, what is the best thing to do right now?
Okay, whenever the big money says that it is coming to an end, then we are likely to follow him. But remember one thing, big money will never tell you, or they will never alarm when they are going to do a big move. So it's always better you wait for a better discount and then follow on. The better discount will be the trigger for them to put the market to the moon. But with the big money talking about BTC, of course, it's an approval that BTC is the future.
Yeah, and one of the most exciting things is we had the big money talk negative about BTC just a few years now, and we had big bankers talk negative about BTC.
True that.
I think 10 years back when it was just
True that.
$100. What pushes them to actually come out publicly and say Bitcoin is the future of money, or Bitcoin is maybe the future goal or something?
Okay, let me first integrate this into minds of those who are watching us right now. Whenever you see the big money telling you that Bitcoin is bad and so on, just know big money is looking for a better price to buy.
Please repeat that for our audience.
Whenever you see big money telling you that Bitcoin is bad, Bitcoin is going to dump, big money is looking for a better price to buy. He's just looking for a discount. He wants you to sell him your own
they want to
at a better price.
Build a sentiment
and
change in people's mindset. They want people to sell so they can be able to buy at
a lower price. That's what they are doing. Actually, the same big man who has uttered that out tomorrow is going to come and tell you, wow, Bitcoin is the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen. After them accumulating their positions, that's the game.
And we already saw that with the CEO of BlackRock, Larry
True.
Fink. Just 6 years back, he said, I would love to invest in things that are tangible, things that I can see.
Yeah.
And 2023
Yeah.
is saying the future is Bitcoin. And of course, we normally talk about these BlackRock's, Vanguard. There is a reason why these things don't come out of, they don't stop coming out of our mouths. It's because of one thing. These are guys that control the whole world. They control just about anything.
True
And
that.
the same guys, you see, it is very hard, like you've said. Right now, the narrative is Bitcoin is a scam.
True.
But it is these big guys saying it. But also, we have companies like BlackRock which are saying, yo, we are investing in Bitcoin. Right now, there is a lady, I've actually forgotten her name. She's a commentator in the blockchain sector. She said a statement that really scared me. She said Bitcoin could reach $1 million in 5 years.
And it's possible. According to me too, I really believe that because...
What power do you have to attach to that?
Okay, if something is having such a scarce supply, actually Bitcoin has a supply which has what we do call an extinct number. But gold doesn't have that, any other asset does. We don't know how much gold is in the world, but we know how much Bitcoin is there. So the moment these ones are utilized, by the way, let me tell you one thing, BlackRock has the power to own each and every Bitcoin that is remaining in there. If one company comes and takes over each and everything, what will happen to the price? Price will skyrocket to the upside. This is possible.
Manipulation. But of course, the advantages with blockchain is if I choose not to sell, no one has a right to buy from me for free.
True that. Anyway, the other one was an example, but I'm saying that the remaining Bitcoin is even affordable to one superpower.
I would love to believe so, because I think we're at 19, coming towards 20, and the market cap is 21 million Bitcoins. And we are moving towards there.
Bitcoin can go to infinity, price-wise.
Wow. Yes, we are MicroPlus Labs, and we do this every single Friday. We always have a live fellowship on YouTube. But if you're watching, you should be ashamed that you haven't subscribed to this exact channel and you haven't hit the notification button. And of course, yes, it shouldn't be a request. You need to be able to subscribe.
True that. Actually, it shouldn't be. True that.
We shouldn't be requesting you guys to subscribe and hit the notifications. And of course, just the reports that I got I think yesterday, but one, Bitcoin supply on exchanges fell to an all-time low in 5 years.
Okay, listen. You said supply.
Yes, the supply on exchanges, not Bitcoin as Bitcoin.
On exchanges.
Supply on exchanges.
So what happens if the supply falls? And what happens if the demand goes high? Do you know that is the reverse of the demand going high?
Exactly.
So if that's the narrative, that Bitcoin supply is falling down, that is bullish, if I'm to understanding things well. If you're telling me that the supply is going down, this means that the demand is going up. As simple as that. Absolutely.
Yes, if you've just joined us, you can follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at MyTroPlus Labs, on Twitter, on Threads, and we have a Telegram channel where we share this and more, and you always have an opportunity to come face to face with our founder and with the different tutors, where you'll be having an advantage of asking questions and be answered instantly. So yes, the dollar index. Okay. You are an expert there as well. What is there for us tonight?
So the DXY, which is the dollar index, let me just look at the DXY as of now, so that I can give you like the flash analysis. So DXY, previously, I've seen a rejection to the down, and the rejection was super cool that it rejected around what we do call a fair value gap. That indicates that there is a liquidity which was rejected, and buyers are still actually pushing the DXY to the upside. And when I do look at the geometric works, according to DXY, it's above the meridian line of the pitchfork. Now this signifies a slight further push on the DXY. So slightly we could see a push on the DXY and then a correction slightly. So what do we see there? We see euro slightly dumping more, and then of course it will have that ample time to start slightly pulling back. That's what I can see on the DXY for now.
All right, thank you very much. And if you've been following, most of the analysis has always come out at least 90% true. Yes.
Yeah.
I want to move on to Mr. Andrew Chigonya. Yes, in terms of the progress of our students, how are we faring?
And the Fibonacci, there was a retracement to the 0.5 level. So I had, I'm so happy I had students texting me about that progress, and many of them had put in the pending order, and eventually they have been able to make up some money from that pending order of buying the dip. So at the moment, that is where we are. We analyze the market.
To, I think, to level 5 of our classes, if I'm right, as per our website. That is a level 4 trader. And how many steps do we have to go to the military level, where we have the Mahehe and Mayampapa?
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. Yeah, at the moment we are on level 4. We need to we're on the 10 bag level. We need to move on to the next level. Then that is the military grade. Then also we do the Mahehe and Mayampapa. Yeah, we have three levels left. Then we finish this.
All right. So in terms of the preparation for our Market Mania, the next project that we're having after the BLCs, where do you see our students faring? Are they ready for the Market Mania now?
Our students are not yet ready, but they are fired up. They are so fired up for the Market Mania, especially that they're now making money from the little knowledge that we have shared. they feel like they are now ready to go for battle. But I keep on telling them, we are not yet ready for battle. We need to wait until the right time has come. Then we can be able to engage ourselves in the battle. So, that is what is happening.
Thank you, Mr. Andrew Chigonia, who is our main tutor in our BLC classes. But of course, this is not a one-way conversation. It is a space for all of us to engage, learn, and connect. And of course, tonight, as promised, I have a very strong lineup of the different guests that we have in studio. And of course, after I think some few weeks, I'm happy to inform you that we have our founder, Mr. Festo, in-house. So keep it locked here and continue to invite as many people as possible. And I have the man who's been away for, I think, 2 weeks or 3 weeks or so, Mr. Molondo Daniel, who is also with us live in studio tonight. So yes, tighten your seatbelt and watch what's happening. Yes, in the next few minutes, I'll have, I think, if I may ask my producer, do we have Mr. Festo first, or we can have Mr. Molondo? Actually, both of them. I wouldn't mind really getting both of them to kickstart the conversation into the Web3 space. And yes, and of course, there is an amazing game that is coming up shortly after this discussion, and we have lots of prizes to win, including books about cryptocurrencies and how to profit off NFTs, DeFi, mention. And if I'm to just steal some exams for you, I have this amazing book. It is a crypto investing guide. It shows how to invest in Bitcoin, DeFi, NFTs, and more. And it is it is by Ian Barina. So our students, some of our students, not all of you, we've been noticing the active students. And yes, we thought we could reward you with such, so that you can be back home and look through and learn more. I know we don't have classes every single day, so this is an opportunity for you to actually have knowledge at your disposal, even when we are not having classes. So yes, tighten your seatbelts. Be asking some questions, and I'll be checking the answers on YouTube for you to win. But of course, I think Mr. Simon, me as Rama, as the host of this Friday Fellowship, I'll offer some immunity to some students that have been active in our classes, on our Twitter spaces, on our Sunday Instagram live, and I'll just give out about 3 or 4 to just the people that I've seen active. Let me check on YouTube. I know the comments are already in. I know the comments have already started. So yes, let me try to check YouTube here, and yes, I already have my names in their heads. Yes, I'm live on YouTube now. I've not been hearing anything. I'm coming for that Mr. Canary for analysis. Yes, you're welcome, Lobega, Anthony. Then round is, may I have booked the book? It is not about booking. I'll be asking some questions, and you get it right, you'll have an opportunity to actually win yourself a copy of this. So yes, welcome. Nice book you got there. Yes, it's an amazing book. I think some people had already seen it. Aline Bobson. Yes, it's an amazing book, and we've managed to look through it, and I think we approve as Metro Plus for the knowledge that is shared here within. But of course, if you've just joined us, if you've joined us for the very first time, we do this every single Friday. And on Mondays and Wednesdays, we always have our classes on Zoom in the Google Classrooms. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, we go on Twitter for Twitter Spaces or X Spaces, where we host industry leaders and very successful people in the cryptocurrency ecosystem, in Web3, and the different blockchain use cases. So yes, go down on Twitter. You'll be able to actually listen into the previous Twitter Spaces that we've been having. And yes, you'll be able to have that knowledge. And yes, I take this opportunity to invite you every single Sunday on our Instagram live. That happens 3 p.m. It's an opportunity to go a little bit intimate with our founder or with any guest that we normally have on Sundays and ask some questions. Last Sunday there was a student, very stubborn one, I think Lucius, who was asking about Mr. Festo's Shiba investment. He wanted to ask how much Mr. Festo was investing in Shiba Inu, and he promised to actually show him his Shiba wallet whenever they meet. So yes, he remembers, and we were talking about that today. Samalutha, you might have forgotten my name, Mr. Rama. No, I haven't forgotten. I'm looking for the active students that have been active all across the different platforms. So guys, join me in welcoming Mr. Festo. After a very long time, we have him live in studio. I think it's the first time he's coming here for our Friday fellowship. Yes. So welcome, Festo. And yes, I want you to say hello to our viewers. And yes, we are glad to have you here tonight.
Well, thank you so much, Rama. Thank you so much, the team behind Mitro Plus Labs Friday live interactive sessions. My name is Ivaibi Festo. Most of you know me as Sam Festo, and I am here in the studio today so that we can grace our live interactive session. I haven't been here since we started, but it's a great honor to be here. And you guys are a very good audience, and today we want to be able to give some books to guide you guys on your trading career and your financial management career. That is number one. Then secondly, I think we will also be giving away some software books probably after this one. When we get to a point where the software class has also gotten to some point where they can now say we are now software developers. I love the way our class has evolved. I see the language of traders in our Telegram channel. Everything is becoming good.
We are moving to a level where we can have a conversation. Yes. People outside the ecosystem wouldn't really get whatever our students are saying.
See, when you are conversing with a professional trader, you listen to the language and you feel, yeah, this is now a person that can give me a hard time in the market, or this is someone that I can ally within the market, and this is what we wanted to achieve. And for as long as we can achieve this in very big numbers, I think we are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Well, that is our founder, Mr. Festo, live in studio with us. I don't know if I can have Mr. Mlondo. Yes, Mr. Mlondo, welcome. It's been long without having you. It's been long.
I've been on research. Sometimes it is very important when these kind of projects, when you're going somewhere, to sit, reflect, and then hunt or go for more. So we are very grateful to be here. Good evening, all our viewers. My name is Daniel Mlondo. Most of you know me, and I've been not around for the past 3-4 weeks. I think there are 3.
And you were missed. People were asking us, even on YouTube, they were asking where you are. They remembered you.
I am now here.
They were remembering your lovely statement.
Yes.
A candle loses nothing.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. A candle loses nothing to light another candle. And that's what we are doing here at Mitro Plus Labs. We believe in the vision. It's catching fire. It's more of like a wildfire. I've been able to see, the spirit of discernment when it comes. You're able to see a lot of things. I've been able to see how the trajectory of Web3 in Africa, many companies, many organizations are now taking shape every single day. The other day, 2-3 days ago, we saw what happened in Nigeria. They're coming together with CBAN and also Binugu. The same applies to East Africa here. Many DAOs are being created in Kenya, now here in Uganda, and Africa at large. But most importantly, if this information was here 10 years ago, trust me, Africa would be, because that was an advice from Bill Gates. He said that if African governments had invested $10 or $100 into Bitcoin, all of their citizens would be very far. And that's what we are doing right now. As we are not waiting for governments, now we are telling people directly, if you have at least something in Bitcoin, trust me, 10 years down the road, you thank yourself, because it is now tested and proven that the future is much brighter when it comes to the blockchain-based applications.
Absolutely. And there is that country that was an early adopter as a nation into Bitcoin.
Yes.
I've forgotten the name. It has a very young president. And now they're actually looking up to him. Which country is that? I think
It is in the Caribbean.
Yes, it's in the Caribbean. And everyone is now going to him to ask him.
The president
how he did
is
it.
called Naib.
Yes, that one.
At least I know the president.
Yes, that one. So I don't know how we are going to be able to give out this box. I think you'll just give me about 3 names of the students that you've seen active
actually
across all our social media platforms. I think it is very important to be as fair as possible. Not just YouTube, not just our Telegram channel.
Yes.
The students that have actually have impact that is felt. In fact, just give me maybe 3 names, then I'll move to Festival. Give me 3 names. I'm very sure Mr. Simon is recording, and those I think will have immunity to have box minus answering any question.
Yeah, actually, maybe Mr. Rama to give you the heads up of why are we doing this.
Yes.
Mitro Plus Labs has put up, we are growing leaders. That's why now we are consolidating our teams and our power around it. So most of these people who have gone through our trainings, they're now becoming more of our leaders that we're going to deploy across Africa. We've done research. This is a project that really needs our people with our DNA.
Yes.
So we are identifying those leaders. That's why Mitro Plus has invested money into these books. It's a grant of giving free information, but now it's starting from our very own people, being that the level 1s and level 2s, I know they're very covered. So we look forward to give this kind of a present to such people. Each book costs $30. That's around
100,000 Uganda shillings.
Yeah, imagine someone is giving you free 100,000. However, in Africa,
yes,
if you want to hide money,
Information.
hide it in the book.
I think we need to be asking for a summary.
Those are true Africans
But
don't read.
at least I think that this doesn't involve people that have been active in
Mitro
Mitro
Plus.
Plus.
We
Because
don't
I mean-
expect that reading.
I mean, we have been giving these free studies, and you
And
can
you've been
imagine
attending,
the numbers that have been coming up, and only the people that have found this valuable are the ones that have been here. So I really commend those people that have been active and still active to this forum. This is where the future is, and I think it's where we should be as a young people, because I know most of us have looked
Someone
for jobs at
has
some
given
point.
us, I feel we should give him a book.
Is that?
He has reminded us that country is called El Salvador.
El Salvador.
Yes, it is El Salvador. Let me check.
So check someone who has posted that.
On YouTube or
on YouTube.
On
YouTube.
YouTube, I see Emmanuel Atuhaire.
Okay.
I
Was he
think
the
so.
first one? Because there are many people who have posted.
Yes, it is Emmanuel Atuhaire who was Atuhaire.
Yeah, but he also answered wrong first. He said Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Because Venezuela has political instability.
Exactly.
And of course, people just adopted. It's not a national issue. But there is one Ivan Ngendahayo also that answered El Salvador first. Then Emmanuel said, my bad. But I don't want to be the a person between Emmanuel's book, Emmanuel and his book. So I think they should both get.
So I think they
Congratulations
should
to
both
Emmanuel.
get books.
Yes,
Emmanuel,
yes,
congratulations. You have the book you've won.
Emmanuel and Ivan. Ivan was the one that answered El Salvador.
Ivan and Emmanuel, I think they win themselves a copy each. How many copies do we have to go, Mr.
Today,
Moreno?
we're going to give, I believe, how many do we have in the stock so far?
We
10,
have
20?
We could give 10 today.
Okay, this session, they're going to be 10. But as the week progresses, we're going to give more books. Those will be on our Instagram on Sunday. And also Twitter Space, we're going to give some books. The whole of this week,
Yes.
we are giving
I think the
books.
next book we should give them out on Sunday on our Instagram Live.
Yes,
Yeah, we shall give at least 5 books on our Instagram Live.
exactly. So congratulations to one who?
Emmanuel, Tuhaire, and
Ivan.
Ivan.
So we have 8 books to go, but I want now I need to be able. We have 8 books to go because we've given out 2.
What's
Instead
the
of
procedure of
three
receiving
names,
them? Are they coming to the studios?
I think that they will communicate with Mr. Simon,
Simon,
and
okay.
they will see how
In their
to get
emails.
their copies. Now, instead of the three names, because we have just a few copies to go, just give me one name. Let Festo give me one name, and I'll say one name.
May the Spirit of the Lord guide you. I don't want to touch some people's toes.
Please, just one name.
I don't want to-
under 3 seconds.
Okay. Yeah.
No, any. It could be offhand. Don't just even look at YouTube right now.
My commonest culprit is Lucius. He's the one that always asks these very
Lucius.
personal
Yes,
questions.
congratulations, Lucius. You
Yes.
win yourself a copy of
Lucius,
this
kudos.
amazing book. We have, yes, Mr. Morono. I don't want you to look at YouTube right now. Please don't.
You're giving me a hard time, my brother.
Yes, don't look at YouTube right now. There are names that come off head when you think about our students.
Are we considering gender balance into this thing?
I think it is an open vote. It is
An
your
open
right.
vote?
Yes.
Okay. There's Mr. Chimera Kasim.
Mr. Chimera.
This guy has been very devoted from day one. Even when we had a conference at Makere, I found him somewhere and he was looking for the hall where we were going to be. So, congratulations, my brother, Mr. Chimera Kasim.
All right. Yes, Chimera Kasim, congratulations to you. You win yourself a copy of this book. And then when it comes to me, I want to give out the last book that is Under Immunity without answering any question. And I want to give it to Queen Kavi. She's been very active. I've been following up on our lives.
Queen
on
Kavi,
our,
you're welcome. Thank you.
Twitter
Congratulations.
Spaces. And sometimes even in the classes where sometimes we a little bit on and off, she's always there to put the students together. And yes, I want to
a
tell
leader,
you, Queen Kavi, your impact, whatever you do for Mitro Plus Labs and the rest of the students is not taken for granted. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to you.
Yes, if
Queen
I could
Kavi.
also override
Please.
something, I would love to also.
Please go ahead.
I would love to give a book to Ronnie Moses.
Ronnie Moses.
Yes, and, he's one of those students that has been helping us with the artwork, and also he's a trader. I've looked through his trades and also his TikTok channel. Someone just showed it to me now, and I'm graced to have met him today. It's really important to be to recognize a good heart and in good faith. I'm really grateful to
All right,
him.
thank you. Yes, if you've noticed a change for the better in all our graphics, it's been that gentleman who is called Ronnie, and those are some of the advantages that you get when you choose to visit Mitro Plus Lab Studios. There was a time we used to call for students, and we used to get oh wow. I need to override a little bit as well. I don't know how, but yes.
You need to give, allow me.
Okay, let me have you one extra and me one extra.
Okay.
One.
Mr. Andrew.
Andrew is giving also.
Andrew.
Let
I'm
me
being
pass.
the captain and I can't even choose from these guys. Eh?
All
At
right.
least let me give 2 books to, let me give one to Tales of Emma and one to Pavo Mavo.
Tales
Pavo has
of
come to
Emma?
the studio.
I was actually going to give Tales of Emma as well.
Tales of
that
Emma.
was my pick as well. And he's actually the student that normally comes here. He's amongst the 2 gentlemen. And I see he's always active, even in our Telegram channel, sharing different opportunities, sharing airdrops. Even today, he was sharing, I think it's the sweat coin, and he was able to answer some of the questions that were being answered by other students. So yes, congratulations to Emma as well. And Andrew, I didn't get the other name.
Powell.
The other name, the
Powell.
gentleman is called Pavo Mavo.
Come again?
Pavo Mavo. We met him at the conference in Uganda at Makerere. He has been consistent in class. Also, he has been coming to studio with Tales of Emma very many times.
All right.
Oh, that's the other gentleman that comes with Emma, right? All right. I think we can call it a day with those with immunity, and I think the next 5 books will be able to ask some trivia questions into Web3.
The next 4 books.
Allow me to give you this copy.
Yes, thank you.
Others are just
Yes,
behind the screen.
so these books are not mine, they are yours. So if you want yourself a book, I'll expect you to go into Mr. Simon Balin's inbox, or you go to Telegram, ask for your book. Ask for your book, please. Thank you very much. So I want us to dive deep a little bit into Web3. It is like a follow-up from the Twitter space that we had last night. We had quite a conversation of Q&A and sharing the different opportunities that are into this new technology, and preparing yourself for what is coming, and of course the differences between Web 2 and Web 3 right now. So in terms of how it's changing the whole business entrepreneurship landscape, I'll start with you, Mr. Molondo. Where do you see adoption to 100%? Because right now I think most of the companies are doing hybrid. They're incorporating a little bit of Web 3 to the internet. But say an example of someone who is a lawyer right now, who is able to maybe scan a contract and may be able to get a digital signature. How do you think Web3 is going to make that better and more efficient?
Thank you so much, Mr. Rama. I think what we need to start with to understand the dynamics. One, do we have a challenge in the market? That's number one question we need to ask. Are there challenges across the world? Are we fighting for solutions? Number two, we also look at the consumerism. Consumerism, what do we mean? What is the the client's behavior? Now, in the 21st century, these are the characters of the clients. Number one, they're very lazy. People who are out there. Number two, they multitask. Someone can be watching a TV, eating food, at the same time using his phone. See? So they are multitasking. Number three, there is no time, because success loves speed. And the time factor is very key in whatever we're doing. That's why people are inventing teleportation at their ease. They're inventing robots to perform work. They're inventing softwares, AI. Do you know that right now you don't need a copywriter because of ChatGPT?
Absolutely.
Do you know that you can compose a song using an AI tool? So himself right now on Twitter, on TikTok, they're using his image to pass some information, but when it's not himself. So what do we mean? Now, if at all we have understood the challenges in the market, number two, the future of work and the clientele behavior, it propels us to the Web3. That's why lawyers now, of recent, have been engaging with a very big law firm in the land. They are trying to come up with a smart contract-based solution on a blockchain, so that people are able to transact. Let's say if I want to sell my phone to you, you know, it's let's say $1,000. Right now, you don't need to. I don't want to engage a lawyer because they're gonna take a lot of fees, and in so doing this, somehow, somewhere, as lay people, we're gonna make mistakes, which leads to a lot of crimes. So what these guys are doing, they have invented an application where you and I can agree, go to the application, download, pick a contract, we fill in the agreement, the amount and everything. And then we pay just on a smart contract. The agreement is recorded on blockchain. So
actually, that's what you remember this journey of decentralization.
Yes.
And when Bitcoin was introduced,
Yeah.
Bitcoin came with a clear agenda of connecting people on a peer-to-peer basis. So if Daniel wants to pay, Rama, they do not need an intermediary who is Festo. They do not need a bank, they do not need a government. So you go directly. So this also brought in a problem of does Daniel, will always the Daniel company trust the Rama company if you're not going to be close? Now Vitalik Buterin came in with this Ethereum, which became a bit smarter. And it's and on it you could be able to write a smart contract where if I do not know the person I am paying to, we can design a smart contract that I can send the funds, and these funds can be in an escrow for until Rama does what I expect him to do. You get? So that is how these smart contracts work. This is the difference between the Ethereum chain and the Bitcoin chain. So it was really smart. So this, the innovations and increase in computing power and blockchain technology has presented us with opportunities of solving things in our today life, because life is becoming, you put it as lazy, but people want things to be simpler. They want things to be more efficient. And something to be efficient, that means you're supposed to put in less work.
Yes.
You're supposed to stay home and then this thing should be able to work. Or you're supposed to stay home and have that call that you should have had physically at some point.
Yeah.
So this is what we are doing. This is what blockchain and Web3 and decentralization puts on the table.
And I think the traditional...
Here.
Please go ahead.
That's where we need to provoke the young people why they should join Mitro Plus Labs. We want to provoke you. We want to intrigue you so that you can become a creator. Don't even stop on trading alone.
Yeah, so this thing is pushing us out there because we have already been successful through the financial markets, but it doesn't end there. We want also to be successful in software development. And this is why we are now offering free software development classes.
Yeah.
And we are also not going to stop there. We also want to be successful in Web3 startups.
Yeah.
This is why we have our Gorilla Hub and several other projects. And then also we want to be able to be successful in policy formulation. This is why we're also including the regulator and the policy maker.
Yeah.
So we want this ecosystem to be as big, and this is all going to be influenced by a people that have begun with education.
True. But where do you envision that will happen? Because then we have countries that are adopting very fast, in like El Salvador and countries like USA, where it is just an issue of policy. I just want to believe they know what's happening, they know the future of this kind of technology, but because of policy and regulation, and of course a little bit of education. But for countries like Uganda, for example, a third world country in Africa, where do you envision we'll get to that level?
I am aware that our countries already know that we are time barred. This is the reason why many countries like Kenya are now talking about dropping the petrodollar and also joining countries like BRICS, the BRICS decisions, so that they can be able to pay in their local currencies.
Yeah.
So we are now fully aware that a new financial system is being created up. And it is no surprise that this financial system is going to be based on decentralization. It's going to be a Web3 financial system, and it's going to meet our day and the technology of our day and age. So it's not going to be fiat currency, it's going to be digital currency. So as if I were a policy maker and if I was probably a bank governor, for example, I would still be protecting my currency by just letting people invest cautiously. I would still let out those invest at your own risk in this. But I already know it is the future. But because I do not want the power to go out of my financial architecture yet, and I want people to still hold, because actually what we hold is intrinsic value. What we hold in this money is the belief that this money can purchase something. Otherwise, it's simple, worthless paper. It's not like gold that it can be immalleable. You can use it here, you can use it here, you can use it here.
You can't change 1,000 to get 1,000 shillings. I don't know if it makes sense, but it is a medium of exchange, but no longer a store of value.
Yes. So they still need to protect that belief people still have in our money. And however, in the background, banks are creating up CBDCs and several other things. For example, the government of China already tested its CBDC by giving up 1 million units to people that can use it. And this is what we were talking about on our Web3 Twitter space, creating a better version to test the market trends, test to do market research.
Like what would call a prototype.
A prototype.
Yeah.
Before you go out on a mainnet, you still have to put these protocols on a test net. So this is what they have done. So many governments are following China's steps, including, I think, the USA. It's no objection that the US is also going to it.
Wow. And speaking about...
adding something here. You know, this is what we need to appreciate. That it's always innovation first. Innovations first. Then regulations second. Don't stop. Don't be discouraged by the regulations. Don't be discouraged by the environment. You create a solution, because once the solution is there, who knew that Bitcoin was going to be this big?
Yeah, with disruptive technology, usually you have to identify a problem that you are solving.
Yes.
And by solving a problem, you're actually doing a service to the society. That's
exactly.
number one. Secondly, if it is disruptive technology, that means it is something new that is not even known by the regulator or policymaker.
Exactly.
So what happens is usually there will be chaos in it first, then order will come, because the regulator has to first learn about it and then regulate what is known.
But the government of Uganda recently issued a digital roadmap done by the Ministry of ICT.
Yeah.
And I saw things like artificial intelligence, I saw things like Web3, I saw things like AR, but okay, I don't want to demean people. I'm Ugandan. I'm very, very patriotic.
Yes.
But I want to understand who are the key stakeholders that government is inviting on table to actually have this discussion. Because one thing, like first I've said, it will be chaos first, then the policymakers will call. If, for example, I don't want to overbrag my founder, but if the government hasn't called him to formulate maybe a policy about AI and its implementation in the different sectors in the government, augmented reality as well. We have things like 5G right now. I really want to understand, because I don't want us to reach a point where we are happy that they're talking about it, but they actually don't know what they are doing.
Well, these things have to, I think government is calling different stakeholders. We already have the Blockchain Association of Uganda, where some of us are even on the board. And the government also created up, I think, a blockchain task force. But remember, most of these people, myself, I think, I don't know if this task force is already sufficient enough.
I don't think so. I don't think so. We would actually see the impact.
Yes.
You see, one thing about technology is if something is happening, the impact will be felt.
And right now we are in a position, or we are in a time where government has to be more aggressive about this topic.
Absolutely.
Now. Very aggressive.
Now, the issue of BRICS that you've mentioned, I don't see it as just political. It is financial. If we're having the biggest oil producers join BRICS as of yesterday, India is a member, United Arab Emirates is a member, which is way up there in terms of this Web3 technology. We have Saudi Arabia as well, and they are all approved, and Ethiopia as well.
We shouldn't forget that whoever controls the money controls the people. And there is America with NATO. It has its own nations. Absolutely. And there is also now BRICS. And we might come to a point where there might be instabilities already, because this is the financial architecture we are talking about. And right now, every country is going to be participating in all its entirety. There is no country that is going to be left behind. Those days, so many countries were left behind because they were still colonies under several big countries. But right now, countries that were colonies are also now participating and having a voice. And those days, there were countries that were still they were still classified as unidentified lands, and for them, they had nothing to do with money and gold and everything.
But now,
so you can just imagine the force in this transition. And they created up the Bretton Woods so that they can, the Bretton Woods Treaty, and so that they can change from this gold standard to fiat currency. And the treaty is the one that put up in place that every currency is supposed to be backed up by the United States dollar. And the United States dollar was redeemable in gold.
That's some kind of...
So many countries were actually sending their gold to the United States until they realized that, no, this is not going to work out.
I don't want to sound very patriotic or very Pan-African, but I think it is things like those that need to come first.
Yes. So
understanding that we can actually survive as a country, as a continent, with collaborating, but not as subordinates of what we call superpowers.
Yeah, when you give someone a lot of power, they will reach a time they have to control you. Like you have seen, we have given so much power to social media. They know almost everything. As a matter of fact, they know where we are right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and they know where you guys are also right now, as long as you're texting. So this is something that decentralization solves.
Exactly.
It gives you privacy, and it gives you back a lot of things that you can that you should not have gotten from Web 2.
True. And I have a very funny comment here from Queen Kavi, who is saying all our Chinese debts will be paid in one bull ride. Because I picture the government of Uganda. It is very funny. If, for example, the government of Uganda got funds, even if it is a loan, and invested right now in an asset like Bitcoin, because then it comes as an institution.
But do we have...
That's the problem.
Do we have the capacity?
We have capacity. We don't have...
comprehend that information as...
It is a conversation that we can't run away from. We need to be able to engage because now government is our regulator. We need to be able to engage government. I don't know who. It could be the Minister of ICT. It could be the Minister of who. But I think such a conversation needs to be up there. And the good thing right now as Metro Plus, we are documenting every single step of ours.
Yeah.
So that when we get to a point of tabling maybe an argument with the government, we're able to show proof that, look, we've been able to have this number of students that are actually profiting off a market that you don't want to talk about.
Yeah, actually what you're saying is true, because 2-3 years ago we've been following on Ethiopia, a country called Ethiopia.
And it is a member of BRICS now.
Where Cardano Foundation, they have put a lot of their presence on ground. They have really impacted ground in a way that even the government of Ethiopia has empowered innovation centers. Young people who want to enter into the blockchain space, they're even given a fund of $1,000. So that information is open.
And there are countries that have cultivated the art of attracting innovation in their country, and also the art of attracting money to them. Countries like UAE and Hong Kong, if they realize that this innovation is going to take off, they will always make sure they formulate up contingent regulations. So that, and they call those biggest players, multi-billion companies, they call them to their country so that they can have offices there. Just imagine if Binance had an office in Uganda and it has a bank and it has been regulated. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. How many multi-billion-dollar businesses do you have in Uganda, if you have any?
Do you have any?
Probably we might not have.
I don't.
But just imagine Binance now becomes...
I don't think, because it's...
Just imagine Binance now becomes the biggest taxpayer
In Uganda.
Yes, but right now it's one of the biggest taxpayers probably in Dubai, where it is registered in other countries, and these countries already have money.
Wow.
So these other countries where Binance would love to be, countries like China, countries like UAE, because of their security, their population, and their being first world and everything, they are preferred over countries like UAE and other countries. Yeah, but because here you have given them a friendly environment, they will have to come to you first. Then after, they have to wait for the regulations of the other places. So usually these countries like Hong Kong and UAE, they have mastered the art of chaos before order.
They have an ear with whatever is coming.
Yes.
So they want to call you first before.
Now just imagine the
attention is
money
given.
Binance would pay in taxes. It wouldn't be money that we would think of as money we could borrow.
It would be our money.
It would be money that is coming to the national basket.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And the other thing is that still being a hub that this biggest player like Binance is here, it attracts several other companies that should come and be attached to it for a service.
We'll have social proof already. If you have the big player as Binance, it will be very easy to
The service
attract
providers around.
this
Yes.
other supporting.
So I think we
companies.
always need to look into this. I know government has some very brilliant minds behind so many things, and I think at times they are limited by the slow pace in which probably the
These are system.
policymaker gets to accept some things. And but I really think we need to see this as we shouldn't see this innovation as an enemy to our progress, but we need to see it, because I've seen where people that are in innovations like Bitcoin and blockchain have been tortured at some points because it is known so little, and media has not even given attention to such things like this, and it has resulted to so many people migrating because of several things like this. But I think if we embrace
you
these things,
inclusive.
yeah. If we embrace such several things like this, and we give an ear to people that have given these things at least a year, 2-3 years of their lifetime, we can get to benefit from the knowledge these people have harvested and start from there. Because these are technologies that no one went to school for. They are disruptive technologies. So can we ask these questions?
Yes.
I think we are out of time.
We are really running out of time. And I don't know, I think I'm having just about 5 questions, and you get it right first. Yeah, quote that. You get it right first, you'll be able to...
The one who writes the answer first.
Yes, it is very, very important. So I'll start off with question number 1. I think Faisal will help me the right answer first. Mr. Simon will record that. The first question is, what does the term Web3 refer to in the context of technology and the internet? That is question number 1. I think Mr. Frank, you can help us as well if you are live on YouTube. What does the term Web3 refer to in the context of technology and the internet? Let me have that answer in under 30 seconds. Then I will move on to the next question. We are live on YouTube, so go down on YouTube, be able to answer that. And yes, I know we're in the era of Web3, but I don't advise you to use ChatGPT. Yeah. Yeah. The lessons that you've had, the Twitter spaces that you've been part of, they need to be able to have taught you all this. Yes. I don't know if I have an answer already. I don't know if I have an answer.
There is no answer. Yes, I've just seen Paul will answer permissionless. That answer is not close. Yes, Muse is very much informed. Yes, I agree with that, because the last time we had a blockchain conference, he really split that concept in our local farming method that we know. I really loved it.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, I'm really a fan now.
Do we have the right answer?
We do not have.
Kamanywa is saying that it's the internet of the future. Okay.
James Kamwanya says it's the internet of the future. Yes, but we need a more precise answer than that. Decentralized internet. I think that is James Kamwanya is correct. Alvin is also correct, but we need a more detailed answer.
A more detailed one. Yeah. The question is, what does the term Web3 refer to in the context of technology and the internet? I don't think we have a precise answer for that. Let me move on, I think, to question number 2. Yeah? I want to move on to question number 2, still about Web3. You see, this is one of the reasons why I tell you, attend the Twitter Spaces, come to our Instagram Live, do this, do that, but so yes, my question number 2 is...
I think Powell is from Google ChatGPT or something. He has answered decentralization, blockchain, and token-based economy, which is very correct.
Very correct, yeah.
should we give the book to him?
I think so, but you need to take a screenshot of what you've Googled and send to it in the group.
Right,
I'm sure this answer is from the web.
Absolutely. So congratulations to you, Powell, but please don't use AI tech to be able to answer these questions. It is a fun one, but there's a reward to it, and it takes back from
what I told
what you already know.
The generation in the Web3 is very lazy.
Those are some of the bad things about this technology as well.
My grandfather used to tell us that, see, me, I don't use a calculator.
I use my head.
I use my head.
All right, let me move on to question number 2. Which technology is the foundation of blockchain and Web3 applications? The question is, which technology is the foundation of blockchain and Web3 applications? Go down to YouTube right now, yeah? Don't go to ChatGPT, yeah? Don't go to ChatGPT. Which technology is the foundation of blockchain and Web3 applications? We have 4 books to go. That means 4 questions to go. This one inclusive. Which technology is the foundation of blockchain and Web3 applications? These books are appearing to be hard to win. I don't know why.
Yes, that's question number 2. Question number 1 was already answered. Please, those that have been Googling, we have seen your Google searches already. Powell has taken that book. The next question is, which technology is the foundation for blockchain and Web3 applications?
Somebody is saying blockchain is supposed to be my answer. You see, this is the importance of research, and for those of you that are going to win these books, all that information is out there, so you have an opportunity to actually sometimes read ahead. So the second question is, which technology is the foundation of blockchain and Web3 application? And one thing about tech is...
Someone has answered cryptography.
Cryptography.
You are near?
A little bit there.
Yes, you are near.
A little bit there. You see, this is the advantage of trying to understand, not just cram whatever you're being taught. If you understand Web3 to its core.
Smart contracts.
And somebody is saying Web3
smart contracts, white paper, I think not yet there. Hashes, no.
Wow.
So
the question is, which technology is the foundation of blockchain and Web3 application? Wow. I think I shouldn't be an examiner. I really shouldn't be an examiner. We are not getting right answers. I need to be able to go to the easier ones. I think we can let that go, but do some research and come back to the Telegram channel, and you'll be able to answer that question. Yes, let me move on to question.
Mugerwa Bitcoin?
no, not at all. Bitcoin is an application.
It's an application in itself, yeah.
Queen Kave, you're guessing so much.
All right, let me move on to question number 3. We don't have a winner there, yeah, and we'll keep our book. I want to say I'm going to ask extra questions, so I have 3 more questions to go. And question number 3 is, what does the term smart contract refer to in the context of blockchain and Web3? It is a conversation that we've been having just minutes back, so I don't expect people to be fading here. The question is...
We need to take you for... when you're developing the national curriculum.
I'm a very good examiner.
Very good examiner.
Well, the question is, what does the term smart contract refer to in the context of blockchain and Web3? Do I have an answer? Still no?
Not yet. I do not see an answer.
We need to be able to keep our books till I think Sunday. Let me have...
What is smart contract?
Someone has just answered metaverse. That's peer-to-peer networking. No, that's not the answer.
I
Decentralized ledger tech for the previous question. Decentralized ledger technology is the same as blockchain, so Emmanuel is not an answer. Agreement between peer-to-peer. Yes, a contract entails an agreement, Queen Cave, but you're not near the answer.
But she's 70%.
An agreement can be just a clause under a contract.
Yes. So to me, I think it's 20%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it has terms, it has what, it has time, all
Yes,
that.
it's a system that was introduced by Ethereum. You are 40% for more transparency. Smart contracts is a self-executing. You are right.
That is right. I think
that's what I was
with
looking
that
for.
kind of statement, it only means that they understand the word smart contract.
Collins, you have
So is
Googled this. Well, me, how would I put smart contract is like a self-executing agreement. Of course, it has that word agreement and then
Yes.
self-executing. So I would say a self-executing agreement between two transacting parties or between two parties that are transferring value to each other.
Yeah, I think the core should be in that word,
Yes.
self-executing.
So this
Self-executing,
a
because
smart
even
contract,
Obela here was saying
in
that,
decentralization, it takes away that the middleman as
The
well.
intermediary is
lawyer
there
that should
in
be
the
the
value
layer
chain.
and stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
who is
So
that?
someone was saying that the
that is
ability to
Collins.
eliminate
Collins Niwahereza.
Calling Niwa Hereza, I think regardless of whether you've Googled or not, you win yourself a box. So congratulations to you. Let me have 2 more questions and then we'll say our last words. Or even one.
Anthony, you're also right in your own words. Contracts that run predetermined conditions. But the thing is that we are giving the first person that gets
the
it
first
right.
person.
So sorry about this. There should be more questions, I think, in the Instagram live on Sunday.
Absolutely. So let me have just one extra question for the last lucky winner, and then we'll call it a fellowship. And the question is, which cryptocurrency is often associated with the concept of gas in Ethereum transactions? I repeat the question. Which cryptocurrency is often associated with the concept of gas in Ethereum transactions? I don't know if we've reached there in our classes.
Yes, we've been there.
We have?
Yes.
Very good. This is the importance of understanding the class. And this is the importance of also keeping notes. So I know if we've been able to set up MetaMask, I know we've also covered this. So the question is, which cryptocurrency is often associated with the concept of gas in Ethereum transactions? That is the last question of the day. And in just about 30 seconds, if we don't have an answer, we'll have
Someone has answered if ETG, Ethercoin, then you erase this is this I think is a typing error. Someone then either I think GWIE is a protocol. It's not what we are looking for. Then ETH again. Ethereum.
I don't think we have an answer there.
Neo protocol.
Mr.
Then
Producer.
someone has answered Neo protocol.
We're not close. We're not close.
We are not close.
Mr. Producer, if you may allow me, please. We really want to give out at least one book, at least one last book.
NetBuwe, Tron is not even Tron is a different blockchain. We need to understand that.
Yeah. So the
ERC20 is a protocol. Kasim Chimera, you already have a book. You need to stop trying.
Chimera already has a book, but he's trying.
ERC20 is a protocol. And Tron is also a very different blockchain that is parallel to Ethereum.
Okay, one last question. I know this is a very, very simple one. Very, very simple one. I expect everyone on this live to know the answer. What does the acronym DeFi stand for in the context of Web3 startups? I don't even want to repeat the question. That should be very simple for everyone. What does the acronym DeFi, depending on the kindergarten that you went to, stand for in the context of Web3 startups? I don't have an answer.
Not yet.
Decentralized finance, AJ Effects. Congratulations.
Congratulations. You are the first person.
Chidera also has answered decentralized finance. Ivan, decentralized finance. I think so many people know this one.
At least.
It was very easy. Yes.
I'm waiting for simple questions.
Yes. AJ Finance, congratulations, my brother.
To you, AJ, for winning this last book of the day. The rest of the books catch us on Instagram.
On Instagram
this
Live.
Sunday.
I'm also giving out 2 books.
Yes,
Please, Mr. Simon.
Mr. Simon is giving out 2 books.
I'm giving out 2 books.
To
Giving one to Mauricio.
Mauricio Moses
Yes,
has a
I'm
book.
giving one to Chidera as well.
And Chidera. I never used to see Chidera, but of recent she's been very active everywhere.
Mauricio
She
for
came
the
in later,
book.
but she's been more active than so many people that have been on the platform.
All right, so congratulations to you, Mauricio Moses, and to Chidera. Congratulations to you. And yes, let me have Mr. Molondo say his. We've actually overstressed the time, but apologies to our viewers. The conversation was quite awesome, and we can see you guys are still in. That means we've shared lots of value. So, Mr. Molondo,
I want to say thank you so much for the work you've been doing, and to the people who are watching us, it's your time to shine. Arise, Africa, rise. We want to see the next financial giants coming out of this land. We are tired of exporting cheap labor force to the UAE. We want to equip the young generation in Africa with relevant skills, and we empower them. Can you imagine India? We've followed India for the last 3-5 years, and they're exporting a lot of ICT solutions to Africa, Europe,
and they were on the moon
Asia.
just yesterday.
And they do these things remotely in their back home places in India. So we can do the same. We can export a lot of Solidity developers to the rest of the world. Do you know that a Solidity developer earns per annum not less than $100,000 to the economy, wherever they are remotely? The same applies. We can supply investment advisors, technical analysts, traders, community managers, financial evangelists.
You see, the problem will come where we are fighting for our continent, but
Yes.
our continent is not fighting for us.
It has to start with us. So that's why we are taking that. Now to the regulators, to the continent itself, please wake up. This is the time we have. The world is on a reset. See what is happening with the BRICS. See what is happening in the Europe, America, and other continents. So it's high time we reclaim our sovereignty in Africa, because that's how we're going to protect our raw materials. Imagine a lot of raw materials are being taken out of Africa, like coffee, and then in returns we are end users of products. How long shall it be? Let's go back and empower the young people, because these are the new God of Africa. So we empower them with capacity building in the areas of technologies, in the areas of agri-tech, in the areas of commercialization, production, and others. We add value on our products. That's how we're going to grow. Thank you so much, Mr. Rama.
Thank you. Move on to our founder, Mr. Festo.
Well, there's something that I've always realized since I think the last 10 years ago, and I've been following it very closely. A lot of things and a lot of corporations have been done with Africa, and a lot of trade has been done with Africa. And Africa has been paying its own goods, its own resources for natural resources, and they have been giving us Africans money, paper money that they have been printing.
Yeah.
And at the same time, they have been giving us consumable goods. And in the end, the next year, still in our budget, we still have to do the same thing. So the difference is here.
Like what the bank did.
Yes.
World Bank.
Yes. So many countries usually exchange what they have for technology. This has been a very, very good formula for China, a very, very good formula for India. You exchange what you have for technology. you do student exchange programs for these technologies. The fight that there is right now in the world is a technological war. Yeah, USA has been fighting with China for the 5G.
Yeah.
You remember when they arrested that lady, the Chinese executive, they arrested her in Canada, and by that time China was going to roll out the 5G. So all of the other countries have been consumers of the 5G. It's a very, very big market. So at least let's be able we can give up several resources for technology. And this technology that we can access, let's bring it into our country. Yes. So this is the reason why MitroPlus is here. We want to be able to be supported by the government. We want to be able to be supported by individuals. And by support, we mean we need to popularize this technology and guide it towards the right trajectory and limit the abuse. Because we also must understand that this technology has been abused in some way. A lot of people have been scammed because there is little or no information about this technology. So we are aware a lot of people have fallen prey of Bitcoin, blockchain, and people can no longer separate these two concepts. But if you have good knowledge about these things, this is where the success of our countries are going to begin from. So for our governments out there and for our policymakers out there, we are not threats, I think. Yeah. But we are here to guide the trajectory of this technology and limit abuse and secure the most broadly beneficial outcomes. And I think this is achievable with you guys that are also following us on our Twitter and our YouTube. And by supporting us, I mean you need to share this information, you need to invite more people. Yeah. And yourself, when you get to a certain point, you need to teach more people about the technology that is going to make you, a technology that is going to help you be successful, and a technology that is going to make you be demanded by this day and age, by this world of this day and age. I saw some guys, and it's not only Africa facing this problem. In the USA, last week in the news, some people were finding these delivery robots, you know, these delivery robots that deliver goods. Yeah. So instead of having delivery men on bikes and in cars, these people use now delivery robots. A robot walks to from one street to the other street to just deliver food, to deliver batteries, to deliver any item. Sure. So what these people have been doing in their way of fighting these robots so that they can still stay with the jobs, they have been finding these robots on their way. And they were making sure they kick them off so that they can fall, and someone was pissing on the robot. Can you imagine urinating on the robot just because it's you feel you're fighting
taking away your jobs?
These are not the fights that you're going to get. Either way, governments are going to reinforce the ease. For as long as this is going to create more efficiency, the technology is still going to be there. So how are you going to be able to position yourself in this Web3 technology? You are supposed to have employable skills that are supposed to get you where the world should demand you. Yeah, sure. And these are the things that we're instilling in our students for MitroPlus Labs for free. Remember, most of us went to school for 13, 15 years, and the things that we went to school for are things that we not study. We're not using right now. Yeah, things actually that are outdated. We studied about the Gezilla irrigation schemes, but when you go there,
wheat growing in Canada,
they are no longer even there. So it's history.
St. Lawrence Seaway.
Yes, some of these things have changed, and a lot of. So really, I think this is empowerment to the today world to be able to demand you. This is the biggest thing MitroPlus is selling. And because we are aware that there has been a lot of misuse for this technology and a lot of scams. This is the reason why most of these MitroPlus Labs engagements and everything actually studying for MitroPlus and stuff, we are trying to make it free so that we can instead be able to create a community big enough to impact and combat this stigma that has been spread everywhere in our industry, in an industry that can actually help the young people that are looking for jobs that are not there.
Wow. That wraps up our...
Mr. Rama, before you wrap up,
please.
Mr. Frank has just given a book to Lydia K. Nasira.
Lydia K. Nasira. Lydia K. Nasira, you have a book courtesy of our analyst, Mr. Frank Kanavi. So congratulations to you. And of course, that wraps up our Friday fellowship, but what an awesome, enlightening and engaging conversation we've had tonight. So yes, go ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the notification button, and don't forget to follow us on all our social platforms. The books that we've been able to give out tonight are because of all that extra effort that we see from our students in terms of attendance, in terms of attending our Twitter spaces. We see the comments, we see the retweets. So they weren't actually free books. These are books that they worked for. So I encourage every one of you, go down to Twitter, Instagram, Threads, YouTube. We need the engagement. We need the engagement so that we can be able to build a community that understands the new technology.
Yes, and one more thing I should light up on our Market Mania.
Yeah.
The people that are going to vote for you as a Market Mania,
Yeah.
and especially if you do a draw or what, are still going to be our subscribers.
Yes.
So it's in your best position to share these links.
It is important for you,
Yes.
if you think about being part of the Market Mania, where you'll have an opportunity to win up to $100,000 US. It is important for you to actually share these links, because the voters of the Market Mania, a big percentage of them have to be our subscribers. And of course, we'll have our teams, our analysts, our industry leaders speak, but yes, the subscribers have a lot of power on your winning potential. I don't want to overstretch you guys. You've been an awesome audience, and of course I want to thank the different guests that we've had tonight, from Mr. Kanami Frank, where we had the segment of our Market Watch, to Mr. Mulondo, back in studio like he never left, in his orange MitroPlus shirts.
Super.
Yes, super. And of course, our founder, Mr.
And bigger.
Festo Ivaibi, for always sharing the different knowledge and giving us an experienced insight of what he thinks about first the technology, and of course when you go to the other end of the investment of cryptocurrencies in the future, and the power of Web3 and the different opportunities they are in this potential industry. From everyone at MitroPlus Labs, to you at home, to you watching this, we just want to say keep safe, keep learning. It doesn't end here. Do the extra research, and you will never regret having been part of the early adopters of this kind of technology. From everyone of MitroPlus Labs, and from me, Rama Chizito, I wish you guys a great evening full of God's blessings. Adios. Apologies, you didn't say bye, but next time. All right.
It's been